Today is August 10th, 2019. It is 9:55 a.m. This is Luciana Spraker, representing the City of Savannah's Municipal Archives. I am interviewing Gloria Bowles Maynor for the City of Savannah's Frogtown, Yamacraw, and West Broad Street History Roundup Day project. We are conducting this interview at the Georgia State Railroad Museum. And today we will be discussing the history of the West Broad Street area and the surrounding neighborhoods. Thank you for joining us today, Ms. Bowles Maynor. Let's start by having you tell us your full name.
Gloria Bowles Maynor.
Okay. And what is your maiden name?
Bowles.
What neighborhood are you here to share with us today?
Yamacraw Village.
When were you born and where were you born?
May the 24th, 1938. And I was born here in Yamacraw Village.
Okay. And what were your parents' names?
William and Bessie Bowles.
And did you grow up your whole childhood in Yamacraw?
Yes, I did.
Where did you go to school as you were growing up?
West Broad Street School, College Street School, and on to Beach High School.
What grades did West Broad Street School go up through?
Kindergarten to 6th grade.
Okay. Where do you live now?
822 Carver Street in the Carver Village area.
Okay. And how long did you live in Carver Village? Yamacraw Village.
From the time I was born until 1956.
And why did you leave?
Well, my parents decided they wanted to build a home.
And they built in Carver Village?
Yes, they did.
And why did they choose to build in Carver Village?
Well, at that particular time, there weren't very many areas in the city that was available to African Americans. And so they did choose Carver Village.
We're not here today to talk about Carver Village, but we've also collected a history of Carver Village. So while we're talking about, is there anything you want to say about Carver Village and what it's been like to live over there?
Well, for me, I went there as a young lady, teenager, and I enjoyed being there. I enjoyed the surrounding, the neighborhood, community, and everyone was very family-oriented. And they looked out for, each other's children. And education was the thing. When your parents were around, all you had to do was go to someone's house who had children who were older than you are, and they would help you with your homework.
You've been there a long time now.
I have. I moved out, went to school, attended school, and moved back in the area because my parents were still living after I finished college. And I moved there near them. And that was rewarding for me and also for them. Because, we had that type of reward that we both enjoyed being together.
Have you seen a lot of changes in Carver Village?
I have. I've seen changes as far as the older people has died out and their children. And a lot of siblings have their parents home.
All right, well, let's go back to Yamacraw. So you lived in Yamacraw from the time you were born in 1938 until your family moved in 1956.
Yes.
And let's talk a little bit about what you remember from Yamacraw. Talk about the home you lived in.
Well, I remember just about everything. I learned Yamacraw, knew quite a bit about the area here. And just like I said about when it comes to community and neighborhoods, it was great for me, rewarding for me. Being educated, had parents who was interested in education, and other parents who would support that. So Yamacraw was just the thing for me. There'll always be a place in mind for this area.
What did your parents do to earn a living?
My father worked for the Corps of Engineers. He was a dredgeman, one of the first African American dredgemen. My mother was a housewife. There are 4 children.
So In Yamacraw, do you remember growing up who some of the important community leaders were that were active in the neighborhood?
Well, we had Mr. Gaston, Mr. Levy. Trying to think of others.
And they were important as business leaders, religious leaders?
Well, business leaders. Mr. Gaston was the first African American to work in the rental office in Yamacraw. Mr. Lee was in charge of grounds. And I can't recall the other name. We had Mr. Wise, who had to deliver oil because at that particular time the house was heated.
So your father worked for the Corps of Engineers. Where did some of the other parents work in the neighborhood?
Well, majority of the gentlemen who lived in that area was longshoremen.
Did most of the mothers, were they stay-at-home mothers, or did a lot of them work outside the
A
house?
lot of them were stay-at-home mothers. Others who probably can tell you more about their, family because we were children that we didn't run around. We were taught that home was the place unless you were told that you could go somewhere. And you just didn't go off without your parents, where you went.
So that was one of my questions: is what did the children do for fun?
Oh, we had a sprinkled park. The playground was centrally located in the village. We had a library we used to go to, the story hours. On the weekend, they show movies at the center, at the Yamacraw Village Center. Our fun time was we would get together and we would plan at whose house we were going to be to on the stoop or the porch, and we would play different games. The girls would make different things from acorns and palms.
What kind of things would they make?
Rings, and earrings, finger rings. But each household, we would get together and whomever is going to bring something for lunch. Parents, we had one family, the young lady who was, I told you hadn't gotten it yet, her mother would furnish the fruits and things for us. And every Sunday, a parent in that block would prepare something for dinner. And her mother would make sure that she would have ice cream. We had to churn it all, And we didn't buy it. You didn't buy the ingredients for it. And my mother used to prepare cake. And the parents would fix other different type of meal for us.
Were there any special foods that you really remember from your mother? Was there a special cake or treat or something?
She used to make jelly cakes, chocolate layer cakes.
Are there specific churches or community resources? You mentioned the community center. Was there neighborhood churches that were important?
Oh, yeah, quite a bit. And it's probably in your record, First Bryan Baptist Church.
Which is still there.
Yeah, First AB is still there. Pilgrim Baptist Church.
What's that one again?
Pilgrim.
Pilgrim.
We had Flipper Chapel, a new church. We had Garvin Temple.
Garvin.
And I guess others can tell about churches they attended. I'm trying to think. think it stops at a chapel in the church, I think. No, I know what it was. It was Central RUE Church. Was more information than being whatever church they attended.
Were there any businesses in either in Yamacraw Village or right around it that were important that we no longer have that you want to mention?
Mary Washington grocery store. And I think Yanks, I think they were Jews. Yanks grocery store.
Those were all along West Broad Street?
In Yamacraw. There were others on the other end near York Street, but I don't recall the name. Okay. But I'm pretty sure someone else. That's when they were studying.
So around Yamacraw, bordering it, were there other little pocket neighborhoods with specific names that you would refer to them? Maybe we don't use those names as much anymore.
You had places down there that they used to call it Bull Alley.
Say that again?
Bull Alley.
Bull Alley.
You had across Bay Street, they used to call that the North End. Yamacraw Village.
Interesting. What are your favorite memories of Yamacraw? When somebody asks you what was special about Yamacraw, what do you remember the most about Yamacraw? What would you say?
I grew up where people were very loving, very supportive. They were understanding. And we had times when we would sit down as children and they would explain things to us. They would talk about the Bible to us. They would talk about how important it was for us to attend school. How we should be very loving of each other, supportive of each other.
Have you seen changes in Yamacraw since you left over the years?
There's changes. You have more young people living in the area.
So,
in the house we lived in, I don't know whether it was a bottom, but it was the only house in Yamacraw Village that the rooms were larger than any house. It was high with a high porch, more steps.
but it was part of the
It
housing
was.
complex.
And banister around the porch.
So it was different than the other design.
This house and her parents' house, which was next door. They had banners, they had railings around them.
Do you remember what the address was of your house?
My house was 457.
457. Was it on 457 a specific
Yamacraw
street?
Village.
Just
no,
Yamacraw
no,
Village?
because
Okay.
there were no street names
Gotcha.
if you lived there.
Just
you know.
a house number. Okay.
And see, the house was what we were going back to now. The house was heated with the heat, the radiator. Not radiator, they had oil. But the water, we didn't have water tanks to be, heat water. I'm trying to think. We had a pool Sunday wherein the kits, that's what they named Pool Sunday. We would have a pool Sunday where the older brothers, these are her children, these ancient kids, they would go and bring palms with us to clap, bring the palm, sit it down and show us how to do it. That was our palm Sunday.
Okay. So I have one final question for you, and that is if there is anything I haven't asked you that you want to make sure we know about, anything you want to share.
That is a good question.
It's the hardest one, right?
That is a good
I'm not too sure because I was going to ask you about
Maybe it's about people that you remember,
I think I
funny
told you
stories.
about the people, and really, the Yamacraw Village Center was the center that high school prom used to take place. We used to go and watch the girls and fellas in their gowns.
Okay.
But it will always be a part of my life. It would. Because that's where my foundation came from. And I'm proud of it. I am.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for sharing your memories.
Okay,
of
if
the
I think of
Yamacraw
something, I'll,
Village. Yeah, absolutely.
don't forget to give me a call.
I will.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, baby.